Alright, hello everyone. It's me, Camilla. I'm here. I am queer. Um, and I have two Nancy Drew live splits up. Is it this one? Exit? Okay, it's this one. 1343. What a good PB. Let me see. Should I put like timer list information? Sum of best? 57 minutes is my sum of best? That can't be possible. Maybe I'll go in and clear my sum of best, but that's interesting. How are people? Maybe instead of sum of best, I'll do first of all, let's clear sum of best perhaps. You had a real-time segment run of 6:05 between the start of the run and Rude T, which is faster than your best combined best segments. Do you think it's inaccurate and should be removed? Yes. You had 17 minutes between Rude Tea and Ugly Outfits. That's why it's all fucked up. Because of all the... Okay. Yeah, clear all of that shit. Sum of Best 101 sounds a lot more accurate. Save splits. And then go in, edit layout. Maybe instead of Sum of Best, I'll put in... Yeah, is that you? Possible time save? There's a delta? Run prediction. Yes. Current pace sounds really good. And then comparison to personal best. Okay, okay. Save layout. And now I shall open up Nancy Drew Danger by Design. Well, that's fine. So, in true Camilla fashion, I do not have my notes up. And here's a bonus challenge for me today. I'm not going to swear.
Hi, I'm Nancy Drew. Since you can tell
Top 10 Nancy Drew YouTubers who've sworn.
By showing you my room. As you can see, I keep it pretty neat.
Yeah.
Of course, I don't spend that much time in here. I always seem to be off solving mysteries. Anyway, here's my center of operations, my desk.
Real quick.
Go ahead and poke around.
I want to look at the case file because I kind of forget
the book titled How
what this game is about.
It's real helpful, especially if you're new to the mystery solving business. And be sure to check out my scrapbook. I put memorabilia.
Oh, she never shuts up.
In there. A lot of them were pretty dangerous and at times really scary. But don't say anything about that to my dad, okay? He worries about me enough as it is.
Oh boy.
Whatever you do,
oh my
read
god.
what's in the file called Case File. That will tell you all about the mystery I'm about to
Unskippable, which is insane.
Into that mystery, just click.
I know I just want to look at the case. I just want to look at it. Traveled to Paris and worked as an assistant to Minette, an up-and-coming American fashion designer whose behavior lately has become alarmingly bizarre and erratic. She's been firing people left and right, throwing temper tantrums, refusing to return phone calls, running dangerously behind schedule, wearing a full face mask all day, every day, even while working. Real assignments. Discover the reason for Minette's strange behavior and report back to Amy Grunhill, the client of Dad's and Minette's biggest financial backer. who wants to know, is Minette cracking under the pressure of trying to make her spring collection even more spectacular than her fall collection was? 2. Will she have enough designs done for there to even be a spring collection? 3. Is she up to something Miss Grunhild doesn't know about? 4. Was investing in Minette a mistake? 5. Is it time to pull the financial plug on her? She designs clothes primarily for plus-size women. I didn't know this. I mean, like, I kind of figured because JJ isn't, like, the skinniest woman in the world. I mean, I guess I didn't figure. I thought that she was just realistically figured. Dad made me promise not to go anywhere in Paris at night by myself. Nancy, it's okay. This will be done in one day. Okay. Anyway. 3, 2, 1, go. No boring, blah, 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 Paris.
In preparation for our landing, please make sure your seatbelt is securely fastened.
Good, we're on a current pace of our personal best.
Hello?
I said don't come near me.
I love Heather's big lanky steps in this cutscene.
Stay back, you hear me? Stay back!
It's like she's on stilts.
Bonjour, vous êtes... are you Nancy?
Yeah?
I'm Heather McKay. Welcome! I'm so glad you're here. How was your flight?
Fine. Well, actually, they lost
I
me.
kind of wonder why they decided
Cell phone.
that you shouldn't have your cell phone in this game. Because a previous one that I played, I think it was Haunted Carousel, you had your cell phone.
Screaming, right?
It's so weird that they were like,
You lost your suitcase? That's terrible. Well, at least you're staying with Jing Jing. She'll have tons of clothes you can borrow.
Is she all right?
Oh, you mean Minette? Don't worry, she's fine. At least she will be after Phase 3, which should begin right about...
oh, then that's why JJ is making cookies too. She needs to keep up her weight. Like, I know all these things are in the game. I'm just, like, just now realizing some of these details.
She uses this process that some shrink taught her to manage anger and frustration. First, she vents her rage for 10 seconds, then 6 seconds of sobs and tears, and finally, at least 4 seconds of robust laughter, all of which restores her positive flow.
I think I've become a Minette apologist.
It's all very weird, but it works, and believe me, without it, she would be impossible to work for. With it, she's a mere nightmare to work for. Anyway, ready to get started?
You bet.
You bet.
That desk over there will be your workstation. I made a list of all the things that need to get done and put them on your computer. That's a Metro Pass. It'll let you ride the subway all over the city for free. Go ahead and take it. Answering the phone is your job. If you have any questions, just ask. Ask me, that is. Do not bother Minette. She's behind on her spring collection and is in danger of falling way behind on her couture projects.
Why is she so far behind?
She's
boy.
been under a lot of stress lately.
Heather,
Yes?
I hear voices. Who are you talking to out there?
Nancy Drew, you know, from the States?
Well, she's no good to me out there. Send her in.
Yes, Minette. As soon as you feel up to it, she's right through that door.
Well, I'll see you later.
Have fun.
What's this?
That's the plotter. It's broken. Fixing it is one of your
That felt a little slow. Put the phone, please.
There.
Get the phone, please.
Bonjour, Minette's House of Design.
Bonjour, my name is Lynn Manrique. I'm with
Ooh, plus point one.
UC Kearns in the States, and I'm following up on the letter I sent to Minette about 2 weeks ago concerning Noisette Tornade.
Noisette Tornade?
It's that historian person, isn't it?
Nancy says that very well.
Sorry,
Noisette
but Minette is
Tornade.
extremely busy and won't be able to get back to
I can't
her
do
for
it.
at least 6 weeks.
I'm sorry, but
I heard. Well, 6 weeks it is then. Thank you anyway.
Sonny was here. Pick up on...
Do not click on the game portal.
Fabric photos from Dieter von Schwesterkrank. Deliver photos to Jean-Michel Traquenard. Fix plotter. Do whatever Minette tells you to do, and do it fast.
Try to leave, wrong way.
There's something on the floor here. Looks like someone slipped it under the door. It's for Minette.
Go ahead and open it. There's no such thing as mail fraud in
Most of
France.
what little time you have left. Soon it will all be over.
I guess it wasn't like delivered by
Oh no,
the
not
post
another
office,
one.
so
Minette's gotten other letters like
my
this?
fingertip hurts
Letters,
from
phone
Viola.
calls. They started sometime in April, then they stopped, then they started up again in July. And last month, someone sent Minette dead flowers every day for a week. She locks the letters up in her dodo box over there in order to neutralize them.
Should I give this letter to Minette?
Just put it in the dodo box.
How do you open this thing?
You don't. There's a lock on it, but Minette is convinced that if she opens it, all the wickedness in there will escape and wreak havoc. In fact, don't say anything to her about that letter. It'll just upset her, and if she falls any further behind, she'll have to cancel her show next month. And if that happens, she may as well cancel her career.
Well, I'll see you later.
Allez, bye-bye.
fun.
Ah, I thought for sure allez, bye-bye.
Well, there you are. I was just about to call Amy Grunhild and tell her that this internship thing she'd arranged for you was off. It's bad enough Amy foisting you on me like this. The day I become financially independent and can tell people like her to buzz off will be...
Felt like the transition between those lines
Well,
was
you're glad
slow.
we met, so get to work. Heather did give you a list of chores, right?
Oh, yep.
Yes, I'm all set.
One more thing. See that form over there? The one I've just
I didn't
started to
swear.
drape? Don't touch it. Don't even go near it. That's the dress I'm designing for the First Lady.
First Lady of the United States?
That's the one. Now go. Actually, make me a pot of my special tea first. It was custom blended by my tea therapist.
Brewing is
so
my
just
specialty.
Follow the directions. When you're done, pour me a cup and leave it on the table. A nice big boost of herbal energy never fails to get my brain cells firing.
Let's see. To make Minette her tea, the first thing I should do is read these instructions. Then I should put whichever herbs the instructions say I need into this pot of boiling water. Then when I'm done, I should click on the teapot so I can pour the tea into a cup. If I make a mistake and need to throw out an herb that I chose, or the tea itself, all I have to do is click on the sink. Okay, I think I'm ready. That should do it. I finished making your tea.
Just leave it there. Hugo Butterly, eat your heart out.
Come on, Hugo Butterly.
Nancy, come back here.
The tea is
Ooh.
utterly rude. I can already feel my creativity flowing again, building like a wave on the ocean, surging towards some unseen shore. I have another job for you, a very critical job. See the stuff that I've been studying? That, in essence, is my spring collection.
Uh-huh.
All those objects have certain things in common which speak to and stimulate the artistic sinews of my subconscious, from which all the designs I need will eventually burst forth.
Uh-huh.
They're all totally rude, but they're not enough.
I saw this mug on Etsy that
Need to take
that
the
said
number
the
7
tea is
notebook.
totally
Go to
rude.
the flea market in Square de Verk
When I have money again,
and buy me 4 more things with
I'm getting
formulas
that.
identical to the ones each.
I know we have a lot of
possesses.
mugs already, but
Use this bag. Put everything in there as soon as you buy it. I don't want anyone seeing what you bring me. It could give away my whole collection. Here's some money.
But I'm not sure what you want.
Stuff. I want stuff. New stuff.
that one always
Just like this
catches
old
me by
stuff,
surprise.
only different. Now just take a good look at my stuff, then go. Go!
Turn. Turn? Rudebuck. Well, currently, We're on pace for our best time ever.
No, don't say anything. Let me guess. You lost your passport, so you're looking for the American consulate to get it replaced. Only you wound up here because you asked a Parisian for directions, and you thought you understood what he said, only you didn't. Am I right?
Actually, I'm looking for Dieter von
But,
Schwitz.
like I was saying before about Minette,
Mr. Kronk.
I think that
Don't tell me you're a
she's
would-be model who thinks
probably a
that
little
way.
bit mentally
Take off his
unstable, which I
phone,
can
would
relate to.
photograph her.
But
No,
also,
my name's Nancy
she's...
Drew.
I
Minette sent
don't
me
know
the
how
photos.
she got tied up in this
Photos?
weird...
I regret to say I have not printed them up yet, nor will I.
this weird plot with the East German spies.
Had I used my digital
But it's clear that
camera,
she
no problem.
regrets it.
Unfortunately, the essence of those
And also, like,
photos is better captured by film.
like that case file says that her firing and her outbursts and things, this is all recent. And also, she apparently sees a
I regret it
therapist.
again. Do you know how to make prints?
Sure.
Then all is well. There is a
To me, this is like she's normally a good person, or at least a decent person to be around.
Meister Escachrome PB pen.
But everything's been going downhill since she got that tattoo.
And the 4 negatives from which prints need to be made are next to the
Maybe
enlargement.
she got that tattoo after getting drunk,
What's this?
because she needed to blow off some steam from all the
Go ahead
treason.
and play with it if you want. I still do.
Nice camera. Is it digital?
Also, treason is a fake crime.
High res though, very limited capacity. Would you like to borrow it?
I'd love to. Thank you.
You're welcome. Just make sure you don't knock over anything in there.
Whoa,
Some
look
of
at all
those
those
chemicals are
bottles of chemicals.
extremely
One
volatile.
false move and boom.
Help yourself.
There. I'll just put them in one,
Ooh,
and I'll be all set.
the rainbow split. Or the gold split in my
You mean
case.
the prints. Now you get to have the pleasure of delivering them to Monsieur Traconard.
What's he going to do with them? Do you know?
Heather said that he wants to use them to illustrate an upcoming story about modern fabrics.
Thanks for your help.
Come back anytime.
She's on fire today.
Bonjour. Lequel préférez-vous?
Parlez-vous anglais?
If you buy, I speak whatever you like. I am Malika. I sell fine.
Apparently this is Minette's voice actress, which is fine.
Girls here, they sell things which they pry from the muck of their basements.
Okay, let's see what you've got.
Especially because she sounds so much... This voice is so much higher in my brain.
They cost 15 euros.
Would €8 be okay?
Voila. What else do you like?
Guess I'm just not in a buying mood.
When you come back, maybe then I have what you like.
I'll remember that.
Merci. Au revoir.
Oop, oop, oop.
Bonjour, mademoiselle. Monsieur Marchand, à votre service.
Bonjour, Monsieur Marchand.
I think this guy speaks French pretty well,
Is
in my
that
opinion.
okay?
I like Americans. They are smart. I sell good stuff and they can tell. So, what are you going to buy?
Well, what's in here? A movie?
Oui, it contains an American short film. I am not sure
21
if it
euros.
is about a beloved beast of burden in Tibet or about...
I love that one comic.
There's one many a
There's a
one.
Tumblr that's like bad Nancy Drew drawings or something.
Star makes it
and
well worth
They did one that's like...
Would you take 21 euros instead?
Vendu. What else tickles your fancy?
I really don't want to buy any
That's like...
now.
the apple core is from Milange, and it only costs 50 euro. Will you take 10? Will you take 25 euro for it?
But as you can see,
Well done.
it is difficult for me to paint them. But for a young woman such as you, it is easy.
You want me to paint the reproduction?
What do you think these guys' relationship are with each other? I know Malika seems to look down on everyone
On
else.
your brush, you paint between the lines. Voila! A painting which the tourists will gobble up. And I pay you 15 euro for each one you complete. Do you wish to start now?
No thanks. Maybe later.
Very well. Au revoir, mademoiselle.
Au revoir.
Boop, 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 boop.
Bonjour, mademoiselle. If you like the bargains, you have come to the right place. What captures the eyes?
Well, what's the price of this lava lamp?
That lamp is very special. The trunk which rises and falls inside it, unlike any I have ever seen.
Shout out to Tober for, I believe Tober, for mapping this out so well with all the prices.
I'll take it.
It is yours. See anything else you like?
Does this cost very much?
The traffic cone is one of my favorites. So colorful and so useful. With it, I myself learned to park my car parallel, and I ask only 10 euro for it.
I'll take it.
It is yours. See anything else you like?
Actually, I don't see anything else.
Here, new things come and old things go all the time. You must come back.
I might just do that. Au revoir.
Au revoir, mademoiselle.
Boop, 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 boop. Feeling good. How's Mom?
Come in, set your things down and come on over here. Hi, JJ Ling.
I still don't really know what those do.
Flour all over you. Oh, and Heather called and told me about your luggage. No worries. I have plenty of clothes in every size imaginable. Your bedroom's down that hall. The airline lost my luggage once, told me it was gone for good and paid me $100. Then 5 years later, my suitcase shows up on my doorstep. And a bill for the...
Apparently in the game you get a bunch of extra dialogue with JJ if you don't believe
Really?
her obvious lies.
Of course I do.
The worst part was I had to toss out almost everything that was in it. Clothes, makeup. I mean, the stuff was 5 years old, right? You like chocolate chip cookies?
You're not making them on my account, are you?
Heck no. I'm about 3 pounds shy of being the perfect size 12 that I need to be for Minette. I have a very high metabolism. So, I make cookies, I eat cookies, and since you're here, I share cookies.
See you later.
Take care. Hang on, I almost forgot. Heather needed a bunch of personal information so they can pay me, but I refused to give it out over the phone. I'm real paranoid about that sort of stuff. Don't ask me why.
So instead I'm going to give it to a stranger.
Go ahead and take it to her.
Oop.
Guess I'll be running along.
Take care.
Alright, time to talk to Jean-Mi. Ooh. Could your girl Camilla go sub 113 today?
Oui?
Ooh.
Excusez-moi, mais êtes-vous
what
Monsieur Traquenard?
Please,
Who?
in English. I do not wish to hear my
Screwed it
name
up.
butchered while I eat. As for my name, not Traquenard. It is Jean-Michel
Probably about
Traquenard.
5 seconds.
Jean-Michel Traquenard.
Traquenard! Traquenard!
Traquenard.
I literally just forgot which one to
Mademoiselle,
press, and then I couldn't find it in here quick enough.
As an assistant.
Oh? What
Is there?
to Ezer?
Elzer?
Ezer Mickey.
How's the new voice actress for Nancy?
Heather McKay. No, Heather still works for Minette. I'm kind of working for both of them.
Our Lady of the Mask has fired 3 assistants in the past 5 months. I hope you are not next. In fact, that Ezer has managed to avoid the axe for this long is truly remarkable.
Here, I'm supposed to give these photos to you. They came straight from Dieter von Schwesterkrank's darkroom. I printed them up myself.
You are quite doué as a photo developer. Bravo for you, Nancy Drew. Merci.
It's a
I was
difficult
afraid
skill.
Ezer had forgotten. So, you had the pleasure of meeting Herr von Schwesterkrank, eh?
He seemed very nice.
Dieter is a very enterprising young man.
I very much like the detail that he says he's so insistent about his own name being said right, but he will not say Dieter's name correctly. Schwesterkrank.
I said yes.
There's no umlaut today.
A single creation worn by someone famous to a high-profile
Schwesterkrank.
event. Such a dress can be worth a fortune in publicity, which makes it a desperately competitive world. A dog eat dog.
Never forget that Nancy can't use basic French phrases but can translate a whole ass letter. I like to think that we're just getting the final result of Nancy sitting there for hours and hours, painstakingly translating that letter word by word.
I mean, merci.
Order anything you want. Everything here is superb. And Henri, he is the best waiter in all of France.
Well, in that case,
Cassoulet.
how about the cassoulet?
Oui, mademoiselle.
Merci. Henri, ajoutez-le à mon édition, s'il vous plaît.
Certainement.
Who can resist cassoulet?
Oh boy. Mmm.
Oh boy.
You're right. The food here is good.
I'm
Excusez-moi.
not sure I've heard that dialogue before.
So, what else do you wish from me?
It was a pleasure.
But who knows, that might be something I say every time I hear that. Yeah, what's it? Get the phone, please. What if the catacomb rats ate her French dictionary, though? Darkest timeline.
Get the phone, please.
Bonjour, Minette's House of Design.
Bonjour.
Qu'est-ce que c'est here?
This is Nancy Drew.
Nancy Drew. Oh my, that name is familiar. But for the life of me, I cannot remember why. Nancy Drew. This is
I think if rats ate her dictionary, she
Who
just
this is?
makes it all up.
Prudence Rutherford.
Oh, shoot.
I know you. I talked to you.
What does it matter what a
Beach Hill Museum.
dead 94-year-old Nazi
I know
sympathizer
Drew, remember?
had to write in her
You
letter?
sent me a copy of your fire ruby necklace. You know, the one that had been stolen.
Oh, good heavens, yes, of course, Nancy Drew. Why, as I understand it, it was largely because of your investigatory prowess that my real necklace was recovered soon thereafter. What on earth is a nascent detective like you doing answering the telephone for Minette? Get down from there. Excuse me, dear.
Nancy, tell her the designs are done and will be shipped to her by the end of the week. Then go to the work table and finish them.
You want me to finish them?
The instructions are all right there. Piece of cake.
Are you? Why my husband insists on sitting here in my study in his soggy tennis togs when he has the run of the whole villa is beyond me.
I'm doing an SSH practice right now and talking to Prudence at the same time as you. That's so funny.
I forget too.
How's yours going?
I'm going to ship you some.
Do you have a lot of downtime right now that you're here?
You should have them by the end of the week.
Wonderful. I'm sure they're going to knock my socks off and blow me away, as you young people like to say. Lucille, get the deodorizer, please. Philip's been in here again, I'm afraid. Goodbye, dear. Or shall I say, à tout à l'heure.
Ooh, I hung up the phone twice, it appears. I spun the wrong way.
If you need to talk to Minette, good luck. She's playing that ridiculous online game she's obsessed with and refuses to do anything else until she gets the highest score. It is so aggravating.
Do you happen to know what Minette's login is?
I'm afraid I have no idea.
Yes.
Alright. Radio silence as I pretend I'm not face blind. This is a good seed. Any other James Deans here? I think so. Oh, that's the easiest time I've had that on that in a long time. We might lose our 30-second lead here. Well, not 30 seconds, for sure. Or surely. Oh boy, an extra minute still. They really give you so much time, and there was that time that I failed this like 7 times. 31 seconds ahead, yeah. I had a really good visit to Pont Neuf. Excellent navigation. I didn't click on anyone twice or anything. All right.
All right. I got the highest score. Or should I say Carol did.
Oh my gosh, I did it. Heather, I won. I got the highest score. Send Nancy in here. We've got work to do, and I am on a roll.
You're a genius. Now get in there before she decides she has to beat that score.
Are the designs I'm supposed to finish for Prudence Rutherford under here?
You got it.
First thing I need to do is flip up this plastic sheet.
You know, precisely as fast as normal. Whoops. Oh, that tilted me. Hang on. Choose.
Excellent.
Orange, fuzzy, fuzzy. Your pineapple, ma'am.
Good job.
Galoshes.
Well, that's that. All 3 outfits are ready for you to send to Prudence.
Not bad.
Good job.
Ah, you have some stuff for me. Let's see it. How absolutely positively rude. The lava lamp, the rings, the canister, the cone. They're perfect. I adore them all. Now go away, I have work to do.
Heather?
Yeah, I was saying before, I think I've become a Manette apologist over the year and a half that I've run this. 2 years that I've run this game?
JJ, now!
Nancy? It seems that Manette has finally thought up all the designs she needs for her spring collection. But instead of putting them down on paper, like a
Ooh, we're almost up to
designer,
cookies
she
already.
insists on creating them on a live model.
That's fun.
Hence her sudden, desperate need for JJ.
Say no more. I'll go get her.
Heather, I don't want excuses.
I want JJ now.
Go like the wind.
Right. And we're out. All new. And I have not said one swear.
Bonjour. I have many new things, you see?
Wow, you sure do.
You are sure to find something you like.
How much are you asking for this steak?
That is made of the finest wood, and it can be used for many, many things. It is one of my most popular items. For that reason, I sell for 13 euros.
Speedathon starts at 6 tomorrow. What time zone? I believe Eastern.
Is this mint?
That's a great question, actually, but I believe it's Eastern.
Growers of mint because of them all over Paris, all over France.
Yeah, Eastern Daylight Time.
For here, I have very good mint, not moldy. I sell to you for 50 euros.
I'll take it.
Voila. What else do you like?
Is this just regular string?
That is very good string. Very strong. Very good to have around. You can buy for only...
It does look like okay string.
I'll take it.
Voila. What else do you like?
How much for the cowboy hat?
I'm in a buying mood.
When you want to look again, just come back.
I will. Au revoir.
Au revoir.
Ooh, there we go. Very careful navigation. I don't think I took a picture of the stapler. I need to make sure I do that. That might not be until later, though.
Goody, you're back. I'm really bored. Let's play hangman. You know how to play, right?
Hangman? Well, yeah, sure.
Great. Okay, I'll think of a 6-letter word and you try to guess what it is. Ready?
On second thought, maybe some other time.
Anytime you want to play, just let me know.
Manette needs you at her studio. In fact, she's been screaming for you, literally.
Too bad. I'm not going anywhere until these mint chocolate chip cookies are finished.
Hands
You
are cold.
have to.
It's only
Minette's
like
freaking
60 here
out.
today.
Too bad. Silly me, I just said that, didn't I?
Look, go to the studio. I'll finish those for you, okay? I'll do a great job, I promise.
Well, I'll head over there. But I'm gonna call you before I set one foot inside Minette's.
Also, I learned that JJ probably didn't build the paint bomb. If you ask her about the books, which
All right. Everything
basically you can't do unless you go into the
baking sheet,
commands.
mixing bowl,
Oh my
measuring
god, am I
cups,
going to be like a minute ahead of
ingredients.
schedule?
And if you mess up and
No,
want to
no,
start over,
she
just
talks
turn
for a
around
while.
and dump it down the sink. One problem though. The recipe calls for fresh mint. Only I had to toss the sprig I had because it was moldy. So you're going to have to go out and find some more. Which
Oh yeah, she talks for a while.
mint shortage thing going on. Oh, and I'm
What was
also
I
out of
saying?
brown sugar. I think there's a way to
I don't
substitute
remember.
for it using
That's fine.
molasses somehow, but that's your problem now. Remember, I'm going to call you when I get to Minette's. If those cookies aren't done, I'm going to go shopping instead, and Minette's going to go bonkers. Ta-ta!
Well, here's some molasses. First thing I should do is get out that mint and chop
bad.
it up.
I'll just chop up this mint.
I'll just chop up this mint.
Oh, molasses.
There, I'm ready to start cooking.
1.5 cups of sugar. 1 tablespoon of molasses. 3 eggs. You ask her about the books. Yeah, if you ask her about the books, she says that she wants to get into MIT. But you basically can't access that conversation unless... Baking soda. Unless you go into console commands. Please, Carl. Yes.
Must be the mint that makes their edges turn up like that. I'll just cool the cookies off on this rack and I'll be all done. Hello?
Well, are they done?
They sure are.
It's weird that you can't ask about them normally.
Fried them?
I honestly think it's a bug.
I've made them before, so I'll know you're
I think that they accidentally... Yeah, it seems like an oversight. I think they forgot to put in, like,
Their edges curl
a
up.
hook or something that allows you to actually do that.
Minette is about to become a very happy camper.
That's a thing in programming, right? A hook? Zoo, my love. Ah! I swore! Okay. I would say. I'd love to know all the weird things like that about this series. Yeah, there are people in this community who have done, like, a lot of digging into the game code, if I remember right. I found that on YouTube.
Get the phone, please.
Minette's House of Design.
I need to speak to Minette.
May I tell her who's calling?
No, just get her on the phone.
One moment, please. I'm sorry, she's...
I find that so
May I
funny.
take a message?
I'll just send her one.
Back up, take a photo of oh. My dyslexia said take a photo of the spider. I was like, there's no way that happens now.
A stuffed parrot?
I'm slipping a little. Hello, Lorelai. How are you?
That looks like Dieter. I wonder what he's doing.
Good, I'm glad.
Hey, Dieter!
We are on quite the run.
Hi! No, wait! Dieter! Dieter! What did he run away for? That was weird. Looks like he left something on the bench. These must have fallen out of his pocket. Noisette Tournade. That's the woman who that historian was calling about. Why would Dieter be carrying this around?
Well, you see, he thought his grandmother knew the woman.
Bonjour, mademoiselle.
Turns out she didn't.
As you can see, you have many new things to choose from. What intrigues you?
Well, let's see. A wetsuit.
You know, I heard this was used by the friend of the famous Jacques Cousteau.
Famous undersea explorer Jacques Cousteau, a friend who is said to have shared many adventures with him. For that reason, I sell it for 125 euros.
31 euros, that's all I'll pay.
Vendu. What else tickles your fancy?
Is this parrot very expensive?
The price is very reasonable. 20 euros.
I'll buy it.
I mean, I guess if it's real taxidermy, that's kind of a steal,
Is this tin very
probably.
expensive?
Very cheap. 15 euros.
Would you take 1 euro for it?
Vendu. What else tickles your fancy?
I really don't want to buy anything right now.
Very well. Au revoir, mademoiselle.
Au revoir.
Bonjour, mademoiselle. You were wise to return. I have many new things. You see?
Yes, you do. I could use a flashlight. Mine was in my lost luggage.
That is only 10 euro. Batteries included.
What about 3 euros?
It is yours.
3 euros with the battery included?
Actually, I'm not interested
A steal.
in buying anything right now.
Then you will just have to come back.
I might just...
Nancy basically robbed this woman. Then again, you did pay $10 for a traffic cone and I think $25 for a lava lamp, so I guess it's kind of a wash.
Sounds like someone's in the dark room. Mr. von Schwesterkrank? Are you in there?
Who's there?
Nancy Drew. I just wanted to ask you some questions.
I'm very busy. You'll have to come back.
I just wondered what you were doing in Square du Vert Galant Park.
I was...
It's such a fun
You dropped in a
fun name to say, Square de Vaugalan.
Shall I leave it for you?
There's no need. I don't want it.
Why were you carrying it around?
Because I was going to send it to my grandmother. I thought she knew the woman. Turns out she didn't.
You also dropped some kind of trinket. Looks like a miniature clock.
Claudia also told her viola teacher about the stream, so she might watch.
He lived here during the war. The place has been in the family ever since.
What's behind the panel?
Go ahead and see for yourself. Just be prepared to go a little cuckoo.
Hello? There we go. 1477888.
What's up with this? Mr. von Schwesterkrank? Believe it or not, that key your uncle gave you opened
Sub
up some
113.
kind of passageway. Is it okay if I see where it goes?
A passageway? He never said anything about a passageway. Go ahead and explore it all you want. Just be careful. This building is very old.
Wonder if his name is Boris.
I feel like we've gotten that one a lot lately.
I wonder what that symbol means. The year when our despair ended. The year when my despair began.
Cockroaches.
Now what?
You have to get them out of there!
Who? What happened?
This little box came from me, and when I opened it, all these bugs came pouring out. They're all over the place in there. You have to get them out before they lay eggs or something.
Oh,
What exactly do you want me to do?
Just go in there and put them back in the box they came in. Carefully. Don't kill any of them. Nothing good ever comes from killing things.
See, she won't even kill cockroaches. I think that Minette is normally probably a nice person.
That must be the box they came in. Dear Miss Minette, the books on the women of the French Resistance, exploits of Noisette Tornade.
Thanks for reading the magazine.
Because she owned the windmill which you now own. Oh, this is from that historian who called before. Maybe she can help me figure out why Dieter was carrying...
Lorelai, I was saying earlier that I've become a Minette apologist.
The stone discs in this picture could have something to do with the M380 decoder Noisette Tornade used. This picture looks like it was cropped.
Most photos are these days.
Here, Buggy, Buggy, Buggy. Wonder how all that red paint got there.
Circles back away, turn around.
Playtime's over, little guy. Or girl. Gotcha! Fonts. Somehow I don't see Minette getting real excited about fonts.
You know, she's a complex person.
There, that has got to be the last bug.
That has to be gold.
You can open the
Oh,
door
so
now,
close.
Minette.
Did you get all
But still,
Yes,
Minette.
look at this.
How many are there?
I don't know, 9?
Are they all alive?
Yes, Minette.
Are you sure you didn't kill any?
Positive.
And they're all in the box?
Yes.
Okay, listen. I want you to take that box to the park and let those things go. Only I don't want to be here when you come out.
I am zooming.
Those twisted little
3 gold splits so
right now is
far.
revenge.
Minette, they're cockroaches.
Exactly. So I want you to count to 10, and then, and only then, are you to come out of this.
Oh,
all right?
my neck.
When you say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. What a nut job.
Ableist. 0, 1, 0, 1, 6, 1, 4, 5, 6, 0. I find it funny that you don't have to say anything. You don't have any dialogue to choose in this conversation with Zoo.
Tell me, is this
Jing Jing?
No, I'm afraid not. But I know Jing Jing. In fact, I'm staying at her place.
You are the most lucky person in the monde. I am a big fan of Xing Xing. I call her house and leave massage. I call Minette because I know she works there, but she will not talk to me. She is too... what is the word? Paranormal?
You mean paranoid?
She's too paranorman.
So, if you are not Xing Xing, why do you call me?
This is Zoo, right?
Yes, I am Zoo.
Well, Zoo, my name is Nancy Drew.
I was saying before about Minette Lorelai is like,
Passage not too
I reread the case file. First of all, I didn't notice, or I didn't remember that she designs clothing primarily for plus-size women, which makes sense in retrospect. Also, apparently, like, the outbursts and firings, these are all, like, new, and that's why you're investigating. And, like, Heather says that she is seeing a therapist. Like, that shrink taught her this method where she screams for a while, and, like, she's using these methods. Yeah, the thought of the stress of being a spy is real. I feel like she got involved with these weird East German guys, and then was like, actually, this is a bad idea, and tried to back out, but couldn't because they started threatening her.
What if Jing Jing refuses?
She shouldn't have done it in the first place, but also treason is a fake crime. Okay, 0, 1. Nope. Okay, we'll see what happens. And you know who the president was at this time?
Modern European
It was George W. Bush.
Hello, my name is Nancy Drew. I'm calling from Paris. Actually, I talked.
One, I don't think Barbara Bush is looking good in that outfit. And two, I don't know. Do I really care about Minette betraying Bush's America?
I ask you a couple of questions about Noisette Tournade?
Certainly.
You mentioned hidden plunder in your letter to Minette. What did you mean?
Like, sorry to be catty, but
During the war, she took various pieces of artwork, mostly from churches, and stashed them away somewhere so they wouldn't fall into enemy hands.
Were they recovered after the war?
The artwork remains lost to this day. No one knows exactly what Noisette took, or if indeed she took anything. You see, from 1942 until the liberation of Paris, Noisette worked as a translator for the Germans by day and an encoder for the French resistance by night. This, as you might imagine, made everyone suspicious of her, both French and
I think the two people in this game that I either do not like or do not have sympathy for at this point, 30.6 hours into playing this game, are Noisette Tournade and Heather. Heather is terrible. Heather, I guarantee you, was a mean girl in high school. Just because she has glasses, do not let that fool you. She was definitely a mean girl.
She served as Paris's director of public works for more than 20 years, yet not one person has been able to tell me what her favorite color was.
Bets on what her favorite color was?
Terribly hurt that the city she loved had turned on her like that.
I think it was gold.
She told the press that the truth of what she'd done during the war resided in her and in the person and place she loved the most. And that was that. She never spoke of her wartime activities again. I assume that the person she was referring to was Hans von Fechterkron.
Heather's butthurt over a guy? Is that true? Oh yeah, that's right. She has a crush on Dieter, doesn't she? That's so funny.
That's why I'm hoping Minette will allow me to visit.
I mean, Dieter. Really?
In the hours before she
Not to be catty about Dieter, but Dieter?
3 words. Red, left, green. Is there anything inside the Moulin that has to do with red, left, green? Anything at all?
No, but
I'm glad she didn't voice that ellipses.
I'd appreciate it. Any other questions?
You've been very helpful. Thank you.
It was nothing. Goodbye.
Need to remember not to hang up too fast or I will hang up twice. We'll see how this goes. This might be a red for the first time in a bit. Depending. Hey, JJ, do you want to play Hangman?
Let's play Hangman.
Okay. You know the rules, right?
Yep, I sure do.
Great. Okay. I'll think of a 6-letter word and you try to guess.
Now, is this when it starts, Hangman?
Ready.
Z.
U.
Incorrect.
Y.
Incorrect.
O.
Right you are.
V.
Afraid not.
E.
Correct.
I.
Bingo.
N.
That's a winner.
I wasn't even close. May I have that piece of
paper? Ooh, ignore. Interesting.
Want to play again?
Maybe later.
Anytime you want to play, just let me know.
See you later.
Ciao, Bella.
Okay. We lost 9 seconds, and that was almost certainly due to my fumbling the phone.
Un entrée. Money well spent. I hope. Magdalene. This must be the place Zoo was talking about. And there's a skull.
Yeah. Ooh, what a number. We've been showing one of our system members something, one of our Nancy Drew games, and he's so good at the puzzles. That's interesting, like compared to other people in the system.
So, here is what I know.
I definitely think that there is something to be said about different system members' skills. I can't do violin or viola the way that Claudia can. Can't do it the way Susan can either.
Only one place in the catacombs. To reach the
I'm too stiff.
return to the catacombs and go to the skull.
I don't think that I could do this less stuff that Claudia does.
Part of the skull and push the red button. That will open a secret passage that will lead you to the Noisette.
Great, thank you.
But if you go there, you must be careful. The tunnel police, they are one problem. The tunnels, they are another.
Tunnel.
What do you mean?
Some of the tunnels, especially near the Mouton beverage company, they are water filled with trees.
You mean waterlogged?
Ah, yes, waterlogged. You must swim underwater to reach the place where I saw the Noisette. And the water is very cold. You will need a wetsuit. Good luck, Nancy Drew. You will need that too.
Alright, done fair.
Un entrée. It's time to put on the wetsuit. Hope it's more comfortable than it looks. Ooh.
Turn left. This. I got this.
Okay, a rough translation would be, in Europe, near the New
3724.
Bridge, Snow White lives in a red castle. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
Wrong way.
I have no idea what this is, but after everything I went through to get here, I'm taking it.
Did I go in the right place? Yes. I just accidentally went a different way.
I'd better get out of this wetsuit before I head back.
Where to buck? Even if we're just teeter in the dark room.
Are you in there?
Who's there?
Nancy Drew. I just wanted to ask you some questions.
I'm very busy. You'll have to come back.
But this is really important. Is there anything I can do to help you?
Well, if you want, you could take
Can't start a fire.
Sure.
the list of things I
Can't
need
start
pictures
a
of is on my
fire
desk. You
without
can
a
use the
stock
camera at
photo.
any cost.
It's
I'll
guns
get
for
right on it.
hire. Even if we're just dancing in the dark room.
Did you take all those photos for me?
I sure did. They're all right there in your camera.
So you had some questions for me?
Shoot.
What do you know about Noisette Tournade?
Here we go.
The French resistance fighter? I think
That's going to cost me a little bit.
that she died recently, and that's about it. Why do you
But I can make it up in,
Thanks, Mr. von Schwesterkrank. 1. Noisette Tournade, whose obituary you were carrying until it fell out of your pocket in the park.
I can make it up on the way to
Used own
Parfait.
the old windmill Minette now owns. 2. During World War II, she was rumored to have hidden several valuable works of art from the Germans somewhere in Paris. And 3. She was romantically involved with a German soldier named Hans. Hans von Schwesterkrank.
Oh, yes.
Nancy says his
I know
name right.
those things too. Hans was my great uncle.
I like how compressed this is because it's under the G.
You could not have known that just before he passed away, my great uncle gave me that.
Also, him calling us Fräulein is actually
Turn it over and look on the back.
considered very rude.
Uncle couldn't remember what any of it meant.
Like Missy.
She's the director of public works, so I went to her favorite park to see if anything there might help me figure out what that card means. But I discovered nothing. You can keep that if you want.
I can?
Yes, I give up. I don't care anymore.
Finding that lost artwork is why you started going out with Minette, isn't it?
Since Minette owns the Moulin where Noisette spent most of her life, I thought dating her would help me figure out what that card meant. But then something totally unexpected and tragic happened. I fell in love with her. Minette is one of the cleverest, most infuriating yet fascinating women I have ever met.
Then why aren't you still dating her?
Because for reasons known only to her, she broke it off. I thought that if I found that missing artwork, I would be a hero and Minette would change her mind about me. But I can barely keep my mind on my work these days, let alone on finding some mystical treasure. If you want to look for it, go right ahead.
Oh, thank you for the permission, Dieter.
The only thing I'm interested in recovering is Minette.
Local hero decides that trying to convince his ex-girlfriend to date him again is more important than finding lost treasure. Ooh. Flip. Red left.
Sue Loren 4154.
Mademoiselle Drew, what is it now?
The picture of Minette that was in the June issue of Glam Glam, was it cool?
Damn, I didn't grab the string.
I'm sure it was. Most photographs are these days. Why?
Do you think I could see the uncropped picture?
As it happens, all the pictures which I use in my articles are stored right here in my digital assistant. I will help you, mademoiselle, but only if you help me first. You see, the owner of this cafe, he faces a crise. The person who makes desserts for him has stepped out for his customary 2.5-hour break. Unfortunately, a bus full of American teenagers...
I will never get over how good of a line that is.
...for parfait. So, I will tell the owner that you will make the parfait, and when you do, he will be indebted to me and will allow me to continue using this table as my office. And I will be indebted to you and will allow you to see the picture. You see how it works?
Yeah, I get the picture.
That's on me.
Okay.
Ooh.
Looks like I've got chocolate ice cream, vanilla ice cream, strawberry ice cream, caramel ice cream, bananas, tapioca balls, berries, and whipped cream. The first one I have to make is an X-Wa.
Oui, c'est ça.
I did it right. Now they want l'enfer.
Parfait.
Next up, a tropical.
Oui, c'est ça.
I'm getting there. Now they want l'enfer. Yes. Next is a corbeau.
Okay.
Parfait.
One mystique coming up.
Merci.
I'm getting there. Here comes a fantasy.
Merci.
He liked it. A Lulu.
Oh, Jesus.
Oui, c'est ça.
There, all done.
The owner, he tells me you did a good job. And so, as was our agreement, here is the picture you wish to see.
Great, thank you.
So, what else do you wish from me?
Thank you for talking to me.
Not bad. Oh no. And now we save.
To the memory of the French fighters.
Bonjour, Mademoiselle returns.
And she returns with a bottle of Mouton Foueté, 1968.
Oh la la.
Something I learned from that woman who used to work on the Nancy Drew team, watching the everything wrong with Nancy Drew
You have earned
thing.
Thanks.
What else?
Is that they made especially sure to never refer to the bottle that you give this guy as wine.
Wow, mademoiselle.
Au revoir.
It is a special vintage of what? Who's to say?
What was that? Hey, what's going on? Shoot, that pesky squirrel must have jumped on the handle and moved the windmill. Time to get out my flashlight.
Screwed up that movement a little bit. Ooh. The gold splits left and right.
The dials on this thing move. Looks like I should type a message using my own keyboard. Rouge blanc, rouge bleu, rouge. Looks like French to me.
You frankly cannot be stopped. You know what? I'm going to say it. I think one day I can take the world record. One of these days. Honestly, after the Speedathon, I might continue grinding this game. What is the record right now? It is 105 by Tober. He is frankly legendary at these. Be careful.
What is that?
Who's out there?
It's just me, Nancy. Uh-oh.
What did you say?
Nothing. Everything's fine. You just stay in there and keep working. Looks like this thing is set to go off if she opens the door. I've got to figure out how to disarm this thing before she opens the door.
What are you doing out there?
Nothing. Just stay in there. Everything's fine. There. I'm done. I won't bother you anymore.
Not my fastest.
I better get rid of this thing before she sees it and really freaks.
Love that she's not even in there, but still yells at you. So true. I've never thought about that. Her elaborate robot.
Wow! So that's what Noisette stole during the war. Stained glass. If you are reading this, it means that I am dead and that you have discovered my secret. Yes, the rumors were correct. With
Now we take out customary 2.5 hour, right?
I took the stained glass you see in front of you and hid it, not for personal gain, but so these exquisite pieces of art would not be lost to the dangers of war. I was not a traitor, nor was Hans. He helped me because he knew it was the right thing to do. But why, you are asking, why when the war ended did I not return them? Why did I not even admit taking them? At first it was because I was angry. After all that I had done for my country, when my friendship with Hans was discovered,
friendship
he turned against me and accused me of terrible things.
I've never heard that before. Normally I zone out during this.
They were hurting me, so I said nothing about the stained glass. Then, when at long last I was deemed innocent, my anger subsided.
There's no way that 6 minutes.
I was afraid that
5 minutes until we do the fight? There's no way.
Again, and people would once again call me a criminal and question my motives and assail my character, and it would have been too much to bear. Hans had gone back to Germany, and despite his promises to the contrary, I knew I would never.
So to get the world record, we would have to be here by 1 hour?
To get on with what was left of my life.
At least.
So again, I said nothing. And gradually time passed, and Paris healed, and I healed. Yet the right time for telling the world my secret never seemed to come. And now I am Director of Public Works, a job I hold not only because I love this city, but because I wanted to make sure that someone, you, would be able to eventually find what I hid. Please make sure
this letter is so long.
Return to the world above. When you see them as they were meant to be seen,
the world above.
The sunlight streaming through their panes, interrupting the darkness with color and meaning and joy. Only then will you truly understand why I did what I did a lifetime ago. N.T. X-I-V-I-I-I. Uh-oh, the door locked behind me, and nobody knows I'm down here. Not good.
And we go.
Well, does the dress work?
It does indeed.
Yeah, yeah! What about when I whispered? And when I turned my back? Could you hear what I said then?
Gunther, I could hear everything. With this dress, we will be able to hear every word that is spoken within 10 meters of the First Lady. And what we hear, what we sell, will make us the wealthiest spies on the planet.
Hey! Hey! I made you the dress, so how about paying me?
After the First Lady...
No way I'm breaking second place today, but...
Look, I put up with the dead flowers.
This is a hell of a PB.
Idiotic phone calls. I put up with all your...
Assuming the fight isn't the worst fight I have ever seen.
Those were incentives meant to keep you on track, and they obviously worked. You'll get your money when she gets the dress. Let's go, Gunther.
But they're picking it up for her tomorrow. What difference does it make whether you pay me now or 24 hours from now?
Oh my gosh, it sounds like Manette made that dress for the First Lady to be some kind of bugging device. I've got to get it out of here and take it to the police.
Where did you come from? You've been hiding in here, eavesdropping. You heard everything, didn't you?
Not everything, but enough to know that thanks to you, those two guys intend to use this dress to bug the World Summit.
I knew there was something sneaky about you the minute you walked into my office. I should have tossed you out on the spot and told Amy Grunhill to stuff it. Well, newsflash, sister. I am about to knock your nosy little...
Nancy Drew games are really like, everyone on the team has a plot idea, let's shove them all in.
And after I'm done with you, you'll need an intern yourself.
Wide belt? I think that's a typo.
Hey! Hey!
Perfect. Give me another.
Hope you're a good loser, because you are going down.
Give me a ho ho ho.
Ho, 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 ho.
Ha!
Oh, so you think you can block me, eh? Hee-da!
Gonna be a fat PB. Have to agree.
You're starting to look a little tired
Missed.
there.
Shazam!
Ow!
Ha! Sa! Hee-da!
Sure.
Shura! Where did you learn to block like that?
Your goose is cooked. Arm's starting to feel a little...
Give me more centers, come on.
Hey!
Oh my god.
Ha! Sa!
The RNG.
Shazam! Issa! Issa! Shazam!
I fought imaginary elves that were stronger than you.
Imaginary elves check.
I'm getting kind of tired, I think.
I'm really annoyed by this.
Ho, 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 ho.
Might as well give
Just
up.
give me a Shira. Let's go. That's it. That has to be it.
I can't believe it. You never threw a single punch, yet you beat me. Life is so unfair.
Sucks.
Horribly.
But
unreal.
it's going to still be like a minute. I think a minute exactly. Thank you. How'd your run go, Em? Not a minute exactly.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I got awful RNG.
Was the real reason why
112.50.
mask. A tattoo, which she later admitted she had gotten on the spur of the moment and which she instantly
That feels
regretted,
good.
calling it the stupidest thing she'd ever done in her life. She also admitted that the reason she had fallen so far behind schedule was because
Oh, what a world.
former
Not
members of the
a bad run. A great run.
paying her
Fantastic run still. I'm not letting the horrible RNG at the end take that away from me.
with microscopic circuitry.
I did not go in here expecting to save almost a full minute. At one point, I was a minute and a half.
From a jail cell, and she doesn't
What a world.
have stripes. As for the beautiful pieces of stained glass
What a world that we
that
live
were
in.
not hid away years ago, they have been returned to the churches they came from.
Oh boy.
Rosette is finally getting the respect and gratitude she was denied after the war. Not that she was perfect, but it seems to me her biggest fault wasn't doing too little for her beloved city of Paris, but trying to do too much. And as if busting a pair of spies and recovering lost treasure weren't enough, Heather took over Manette's spring show and had me be one of the models. Believe it or not, I managed to make it all the way down the runway and back without falling.
Oh boy.
Of course, I still have no idea.
So what to take away from this?
It was rude. Very rude.
RNG terrible. Have things ready to go. Because I think we saved a little bit of time by like having those keys and things out at the end.
Sunscreen and slip on those sandals because for my next
I'm
off to Hawaii.
Movement. It's really movement.
Where I'll be helping out this quirky entomologist. That's a bug scientist.
And just accept that at the end, just do your best.
In fact, my work.
I did miss a couple of punches in there, to be fair, but those ones were also very low value.
Including one that involves a legendary monster with a.
Maybe not very low value. The top two corners are very low value. But the cardinal directions, those are worth the most.
To this island paradise and help me solve.
Slick and snappy with the movement. Thank you.
The creature of Kapu Cave. Until then, aloha.
Yeah, I really feel like I know what I'm doing at this point. Much more than when I started running this game a couple of years ago and when I took a huge break from running it and, you know, everything. Definitely save those splits. Save the layout. Wow. What a run. What is our sum of best right now? Hang on. Edit splits, will it say in here? Additional info? God, I've made 26 attempts with this game. Like the shirt? Thank you. This was made by Kiernan Searson-Leon, friend of the channel. Information. Sum of best. Sum of best is currently 101.18 somehow. I mean, it's possible. There is a world where we can possibly do that. Yeah. I mean, I feel... Oh, possible time save. Interesting. I think that's it. I hope that you all have a good evening. I may do a run tomorrow morning. Maybe. But I'm feeling good for the Speedathon tomorrow. That's going to be at 8:40 p.m. Eastern Time on Nancy Drew Speedathons. That is the Twitch. No spaces, Nancy Drew Speedathon. I think it might be singular. And TV/Nancy Drew Speedathon. It is singular, that's my apologies. Nancy Drew Speedathon. Alright. I will see you all later. Bye.